Your goal is to become the most hated person at work in one day without getting fired. What do you do tomorrow? True story. At our grocery store there was a coworker I knew who had recordings of different calls for some species of bird set up to play on his phone automatically at random intervals, and claimed that there was a bird stuck in the ceiling. Because he didn't move very often from that spot during the day, it was impossible to confirm that the sound was localized to him, not that spot in the ceiling. We went up to the attic 3 times and lifted up the ceiling from below twice with a stepladder, as well as opened up the overhead lights before someone caught on. He then spent the rest of the day telling customers and employees as they came in that there was a bird up there, prompting 2 more checks by people not in the know and a customer getting mad at staff that acted frustrated and insisted that there wasn't a bird. Microwave your fish lunch in the break room for an excessive amount of time. We worked together. You also like burning popcorn in the afternoon. Wouldn't eat it. Just nuke it until it was charcoal and chucked it directly in the bin. But why? Why put cheese on fish? Tuna melts are actually pretty good. I came here to comment this, but found it was already top comment. At my last job, we had a hot dog day. They boiled somewhere in the range of 300-400 hot dogs in the break room. The building reeked of hot dogs, and I couldn't enter the break room without gagging violently for several days. Refused to use deodorant or have a shower for a week or so. I know because I worked with a dude who smelled like what I imagine 16 ferrets in season, stuffed into a sack would smell like. It was so bad that he'd make people gag. Often you could track him like and his whereabouts like a smell hound just on the strength of the smell in various areas. Sniff sniff. Greg was in the photocopy room 15 minutes ago, and it appears his trail now leads to the kitchen. Don't 99% of dress codes at workplaces say that the employee must come to work clean? I'd be sending some emails to some supervisors. Not me, but I've witnessed it happen to a coworker. At our company Christmas party, the boss has us all get on a stage to take pictures. He's very proud he has roughly 30% of employees as veterans of the military. He wants to take a group picture with them for social media and whatnot. One guy that's worked at the company for 3 years decides to hop up into the veteran photo after his new girlfriend loudly says to him, "You were in the Air Force or up there." He went overseas as an electrical contractor, never had been in the service, and told her he was instead. Now everyone refuses to work with him. Steal my coworker's tips. I work at a bar. Doing that is basically the biggest sin for bartenders. I had a manager that would take his tribute out of my tips every night I worked solo, like 30%. I couldn't say anything because if I did I wouldn't get any shifts. People never knew why I didn't like the guy. Yeah, like, it's something you can do, but anyone who does it needs to get yeeted off the nearest cliff. I work on a farm. We have a huge food safety audit tomorrow. One that could make or break the business that everyone has been working to prepare for 4 weeks. I'm a very important part of the team, so I'm not easy to fire. But I could do something not food safe in front of the auditors, like not wear a hairnet or sneeze without covering my nose. That would get me hated real quick. Hope it goes well for you all. We use the same stop work authority protocols in the office as we do at our industrial facilities. Anyone can stop any job at any time if they have safety concerns. So I stop everyone because of repetitive stress injury concerns and insist on ergonomic evaluations before work can resume. Someone works in oil and gas. Dat name. You work at Halliburton, don't you? Coming on Monday super excited because you bought a new car. Make sure to work in a high traffic area and tell everybody that passes all about your new car. All of the features, the color, share some photos. Definitely tell everyone all about your dealer experience and the amazing deal you got. Isn't it great that dad got me such a nice new toy? I'm still in school and this is my final year at this school, plus we only have like a week left of school, so I think I could do more or less anything, since they can't really expel me if it's less than 5 days left of school. So I guess somehow getting phones banned here or something would probably do it. Might come back here in this if I come up with a way to do this. Cut people off to 1-up and humble brag in all interactions while eating out of the loud sunchip bag. Oh my gosh, do they still make those? I remember when they came out. Supposed to be biodegradable, but whatever they did to those bags, let's just say there was no hiding from anyone that you were having a snack. Literally just touch the aircon controls. People have gotten into screaming matches over it before. This might be me today. There is only one person, who refuses to let us be warm. She is overweight and is always bundled up, so when she gets hot, the rest of us should suffer. Not anymore. Point out to the boss that nobody has lunch breaks on our schedules, but everyone in our warehouse takes them anyway. Has really not the sharpest knife. I genuinely don't think has aware that has paying us for half an hour each day. Quite a bit of money in the long run, as were quite a lot of employees. I'm a courtesy clerk at a store, which means that I bag paid items, act as a cashier, and or take carts from the parking lot and move them into the store. There are many horrible things I could do to easily become the most hated person in the store, and not just hated by my co-workers. Try to convince everyone to go vegan and talk about animal cruelty. I wonder if you'd get fired if you worked at Tyson. You wanna be a willing volunteer? While talking about their CrossFit workout and giving you a pamphlet to their contemporary church. Go homesick during rush hour, but offer to put the damages away first, then just leave the leaky milk sitting on the shelf instead of the bin. Everyone out the back will hate me in about 2 hours for the horrendous smell, and front end will hate me for leaving them when we're already short-staffed. Start replying to all for every company-wide or department-wide email, and ask really bad questions, ones that are answered in the email. Bonus points if you start gossiping with the boss or sender about random people. Tell them you're pro-Trump and mention you love racist jokes, then come to work the next day like nothing happened, because if they can't accept my humor and political preferences, then you probably won't get along with me in the long run. I would do as little to nothing as possible. Wouldn't clean, stock, help out when needed, anything. Also would constantly complain about every little thing and have a very poor attitude. Tell them exactly how I feel about the current US administration and anyone who supports it. Actually, no, they'd probably find my replacement as soon as possible. I just have to act like a particular coworker. It's easy. You wouldn't be the most hated though. You two would be equal, unless there's more about you. Do absolutely nothing, but take CR for the work other people are doing. Make sure they see you doing so. Pretty sure this can get you fired. I would hide small things like keys for various containers and general stuff without going super overkill, of course, and then turn off my phone when I go home. Make brownies with salt. When I'm asked why I used salt, I'll say, well, I thought about using sugar, but then I was like, nah, I'll use salt instead. Try and get people to join an MLM while constantly talking about going vegan and how to use veganism instead of vaccines to cure illness. I work in IT, so I would just let everyone know that we will now be monitoring all of their internet activity and blocking music streaming. Become a manager. Everyone automatically hates them. In one day, now they'd be busy asking you what's your secret. I'm scrapping everything that comes through quality control, or everything that's rejected from the weld shop is getting reworked. Get a job and act like I don't know anything. Asking the same questions over and over. Have a ton of dairy before work, then let out noisy clouds of death farts all day. Eat half of everyone's lunch that they brought, and then throw the rest away, especially their sandwiches. Open a can of surströmming, fermented herring. Boy, you gonna have a fun time at work if you do. Get 5 hijab, and act like I don't know anything, constantly asking the same questions. Burn popcorn in all 3 microwaves, then bring it all to my desk for the whole floor to smell. Eat everything, steal other people's lunch, use their boiled water and other stuff. Not currently working, but if it was a previous job, hide all the coffee and tea. Refuse to share weed cigarettes with my workmates and smoke it in front of them. Making French cheese burn, it's a pain other people won't understand. Trim your nails at your desk. Extra points if they are toenails. Follow the rules, steps, procedures exactly as corporate has laid out. Bring meals made with durian. Bring the whole durian fruit to work. Say you are bringing donuts, but don't actually bring donuts. Open up a can of tuna and spill the tuna juice all over the office floor. Tell my coworkers that I think our boss is totally awesome. Wear a t-shirt that says, I'm anti-vax, why aren't you? Whistle fairly out of tune every time there is a quiet moment. Be broadcast on a global level just being myself. Call the North Irishman West English and the Scotsman Irish. Actually do my job for a change, I'm the quality guy. Talk, and don't stop. Go on and on and on. Grass any employee flexing the rules to management. Become a loved YouTube sensation, then cheat on my wife. Ban free coffee and willfully break the coffee machine. Put laxatives in the water cooler or the coffee machine. Hoopsers forgot to put your bonuses in, all of them. This was posted on Sunday, so have a great attitude. Take the snacks in the pantry and bring them home. Show up because I already am the most hated. Start roasting everyone that works there. I'm the only white person at my job, so go to work. I'm already there. Cut $2 million out of the budget. Have Ricky Spanish come to work with me. Start chomping on crushed ice. Claim CR for everyone's work. No talking except to the customer. Do something with the coffee machine. Do a reality check on the boss. Pop my friend's second balloon.